Hey guys, it's Story. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over my spring TBR. I know. I have said 1,000 times on my channel that I don't do TBRs. I used to do monthly TBRs back when I first started my channel, but I stopped doing that because I just never actually read those books. But I really want to do something fun. I want to create a little TBR game. I'm going to create my own actual game in the future, but today I just made a TBR wheel really quick online. It's just on wheelofnames.com. If you've never heard of that before, I will link it down below. You can make your own TBR wheel if you want to. You can put as many sections as you want, and then you can create what is said in those sections. So I have about 15 different reading prompts I could possibly be doing. And yeah, I think I'm going to make this a little thing here on my channel now. I'm really excited about it. Basically what I'm going to do to actually get myself to read these books, since I'm so bad about it, is to have 3 books in total from this TBR wheel that represent each month. So this TBR is for March, April, and May. I know that it's already the end of March, so I've kind of screwed myself over. Not surprised. I do that quite a bit when it comes to TBRs. And then when I'm done with the game, I'll show you 2 or 3 books that I know I'm going to read this spring that I'm actually in transition to already reading now. Like, I have them in my mindset that those are the next books I'm going to read. So this way I do have 6 books to choose from, all books that I'm interested in. And I know whatever books that come from this wheel I will be interested in as well, because I have a stack of them to the side of me. I have my 2021 TBR, and then I have like 6 or 7 books I'm super interested in reading right now. So if any of these prompts meet those books, I'm going to choose from this pile. If they don't, I'll choose another book. But this way I know I'm pretty interested in all of the books that are going to be on my TBR. That way I will pick them up instead of just ignoring them like I've done in the past. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. The prompts that I have made for myself are all the different genres I read, of course. So there's 5 or 6 within that. Under 300 pages, so a short book. Over 400 pages, so a big book. A new author, a favorite author, a book from my 2021 TBR to get me to read that. A book cover that's my favorite color. I didn't do any other colors because that would be like so many different prompts, and so you're obviously going to get that as opposed to the other one. So I just did my favorite color because why not? I feel like most of my books are blue or purple, so that'll work out for me. Also, an author that starts with the same letter as my name, so S in this case. An arc. I actually have a lot of arcs lined up right now. I think I have 4 or 5. This is the most arcs I've ever had at once. The ones I'm interested in, at least. That makes me really happy because I used to not get arcs at all. There is one I literally just started yesterday. So hopefully that one will be on my TBR because I'm already reading it. And then the only other prompt I have is a hyped up book. I could just say not a hyped up book as well. I guess I'll add that. I feel like that's pretty broad though. Oh snap, I just accidentally started spinning. We won't count this one. All right, so let's go ahead and spin the wheel. Ooh, over 400 pages. I don't know if you guys could see that. Okay, of course I got that one. Let's see what I've got here. My lighting is going kind of wonky, so I apologize. I'm filming way too late in the day right now, but I just looked at the 2 arcs that I'm reading and they are both like 380 pages, of course. So I can't choose those. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I actually started this not that long ago. I did not get very far with it. I'm on page 50 and this is a big old book. This is 546 pages. So 550 pages. But yeah, I do really want to get to it before the show comes out. The show comes out in April, so that's pretty soon. I might read this in April while I'm watching the show, so then I can get like a lot at once. I don't think I'll be spoiled for Crooked Kingdom. I know that Shadow and Bone and Six of Crows overlap in Crooked Kingdom, but all I know about Shadow and Bone is what people have told me and what I've looked up online. So I think the show would be a really good introduction for that, and then I can read Crooked Kingdom and experience that without being spoiled, because I don't think I'll be spoiled either way. This will be on my spring TBR. Of course I got over 400 pages. By the way, if you haven't seen my vlog where I read Six of Crows for the first time, I'll link it down below. It is hilarious. It's probably one of the funniest videos I've ever done. When I watch it back now, knowing what I didn't know then, it's just so funny, like seeing my reaction to certain things. It's one of my favorite reading vlogs I think I've ever done. Actually, I think it is my favorite reading vlog. So yeah, give that a watch if you haven't seen it already. And let's go ahead and spin the wheel again. No! I got over 400 pages again. No. I'm gonna cheat at my own game and do that again because that is not acceptable. We can't get the same reading prompt twice. New rule. On the accidental spin I did before the last one, I got set in a warm season, and both arcs I'm reading right now are set in a warm season. That makes me mad that I didn't actually get that prompt, but then I got this prompt twice. So no, I'm overriding that. I'm vetoing that. Sorry. I'm gonna spin it one more time. Ooh, we got not hyped up. Okay, so that was the new prompt that I added there at the end. I'm gonna go ahead and add the book I just started reading yesterday, and that is The Islanders by S.V. Leonard. So I've actually talked to this author on Twitter, I think it was, and I also talked to her agent who was the one that sent me the book. I might actually have her in a video here on my channel just for fun, maybe like an interview or something, but I just started reading this. I only read the prologue in the first chapter. Literally, it's like 10 pages altogether. Or no, it wasn't yesterday, I started this morning. This book is about a reality show that is set in a tropical place. If you've ever seen Love Island before, it's like that. I have watched Love Island Australia. There's only 2 seasons. I'm obsessed. I talked about Love Island a little bit in my video with my boyfriend where we tier ranked all of the shows we watched in 2020. We watched like 30 shows, which is crazy. We never watched that much, or I never watched that much, but obviously we had more time. And yeah, anyways, I got addicted to Love Island. I actually just finished season 2 not that long ago, so I think I'm gonna start the American show. I tried to watch Love Island UK and it wasn't very good. A lot of people say to skip to like season 3 or 4, so maybe I'll do that. I'm going on a tangent now, but with this book, you can think of Love Island meets thriller, mystery, murder. Someone on the reality show gets murdered, and so a lot of stuff happens. They're trying to figure out the murder but also not die. So that's just really interesting to me because I already like murder mysteries, and to throw that in with Love Island or like any love reality show, like think of The Bachelor, like Bachelor in Paradise, but they die. Like that's so awesome. I feel weird saying that, but like that is just like the perfect combine? No, that's a machine. What am I talking about? I'm just super interested since I just watched the show to get more of it, but like in a different, maybe even funny way, just to picture those types of people like trying to hide from a serial killer and like being in the midst of it. It just sounds so funny. I can't really say anything on what I read this morning because it was so short, but yes, this author is very lovely. Thank you to her and her agent for sending me a copy of this. I'm so excited to read it. I wanted to wait until our trip to Cancun to read it since it is on an island, but I think I'm gonna wait for a different book to read then, so we'll see if that pops up in this TBR, but yeah. On to the next one. So now we're gonna spin again. Okay, we got new author, which is exciting. So S.V. Leonard is a new author for me. This is her debut book, I believe. The last prompt I got was not hyped up. So this is also hyped up and it's not a new author, so I can't use that. So if I pick another book, it either has to be another new author or it has to be a non-hyped up book. And I can't choose the other book I've been thinking about, which I'll tell you guys what it is in a minute, but it's already hyped up, it's not been released, and it's a very well-known author that's not new. All right, so I've been trying to decide between 2 books, and maybe I'll spin for a 4th time just to see if it'll like help my decision. I don't know, but I'm trying to decide between these 2. So the first one is Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. I've wanted to read this for forever, and I feel like it'll be a super quick read. Also, I'm reading more contemporary right now than fantasy fantasy, and so I feel like I might be in that mood, so this might be really good for that. It'll be really quick. I really want to get to it just because, again, I know it's going to be, I think it's going to be good. It's a work romance, and I love those. I'm a big Hating Game fan, as most of you know, but the other book is The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. I just got this in my book of the month box. I got this and 2 other books. It is the newest book I have in my collection right now, and that always makes me feel bad for my other books because, especially this shelf right here, like I know you see these books in my videos all the time because this is the only bookshelf that's in my videos. I have 2 more actually, one in the hallway and one in my bedroom, but I don't typically pick from this shelf, not very often. So all of these books just sit here unread for the most part. So yeah, anyways, I always feel bad about doing that, but I am really interested in this. I had a friend read it and she said she really liked it, but there's also some other reviews that aren't very good for this as well. I don't know, we'll see, but this is about a witch back in the day, I think like the 1800s or 1900s or something, that has an apothecary where she makes potions for females that want to use the potions on males. So you can think love potions, stuff like that, but it's mainly bad. I don't know if she's evil or whatnot, but she just hates men, I guess. And then we're following another girl or woman in today's time, and their stories are going to overlap. And so I think that sounds really interesting. It's super short too. It's right under 300 pages. So yeah, I'm super interested in it. I think I want to give it a go just because it's new and I've heard, you know, some stuff about it. It's gonna be one of these 2. I just don't know which, so I'll go ahead and put them both on my TBR because I'm sure I'll read both anyways, but let's just spin it one more time to see what we get. Thriller / mystery. Neither one of those is a thriller or mystery, but The Islanders is, so that's good for that one. But okay, I'm just gonna put both of these on my TBR. Since I have lost literally all my lighting, I'm just gonna show you one more book that I know I'm gonna be reading this spring. My fire is being super slow. I used to have a really big one and I loved reading on that because it was as big as a book. I actually bought this from someone on Twitter. It was another like booktuber or book blogger. Said she was selling these, the Amazon Fire 7s, and that's what I had. My screen was broke. I was due for a new one, so I bought this from her and it turned out being a 7 mini, which she didn't say, but I don't think she knew. About a week later, my fire stopped working, so it ended up working out. But the last book I'm going to put on my TBR is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm trying to make it to where you can actually see it, but oh, it's real dark in here now. There we go. It's impossible for you to see me and the book at the same time, so I'll just hold it up like this, I guess. I have an e-arc, so it's just in my little Kindle library on my fire. But yeah, I'm definitely reading this when we go to Cancun in April, so I'm saving it for then. If I bring my fire mini with me instead of a book, it's going to work out better because that's not something I have to like really carry. I can just throw it in my purse. But yeah, it is the newest book from Taylor Jenkins Reid. If you didn't know, I love The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I really like her books, her writing, and I just know it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be a really good summer read. I think it comes out in, I wanted to say May, but it might be June. I think it's June. And we are following a rich, maybe even famous, I can't remember, family in Malibu, and a lot of different things are happening. A lot of different secrets. Maybe a murder happens, I don't think so, but I like to go into books not really knowing much, and I know this book is going to be good. I didn't know very much with 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, so I have a feeling that's kind of what it's gonna be like. So yeah, I'm really excited for that one, but like I said, I'm waiting until our trip to Cancun to read that then. And those are all the books I'm going to try to read this spring. We got this little stack here, and then also Malibu Rising. I know I always say to follow me on Goodreads if you want to keep up with my reading, but you actually should probably follow me on my new Bookstagram because I'm updating my reading pretty thoroughly on there on my stories. I'll also take pictures, of course, of the books that I've just read and stuff like that. But if you want to see what I'm reading at that moment, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I've really enjoyed being over there as opposed to Twitter because instead of just talking about books, I can actually be a little bit more creative about it. It is the same name as my YouTube channel, so it's just @Storybook. But yeah, go follow me over there. I want to find as many bookish accounts as I can and follow them back. So DM me with what you are reading right now. Let's talk about books. And yeah, of course, like this video if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it if you feel like it, and I will see you in my next one.